Stick to the plan. There is such a hesitation that I see across the board from everyone. And I fully relate to it. I fully relate to this. You know, you start down a path, it's like you're a squirrel. Sometimes I feel like, am I surrounded by squirrels? Am I surrounded by fucking dipshits? No offense, but, well, maybe some offense, maybe some offense is good for some of you. Have you been one such person? Hesitation. Oh my gosh. You know how like little rabbits, when you're out in the field, they notice you? Stick to the plan. That is the way of men. Stick to the plan. Be resolute. Make a decision and then take it all the way. Everything will work out. I myself look back in seasons of my life and I'm like, what? When I have hesitated, what was that? Where did this come from? What the hell is going on? I'll tell you the last time it happened. January through April of 2024. I had started the green season. Every year has its seasons. Well, that period of my time, it was the green season. The green season, well, it had me and Brian Griffiths finally finish the script for River Rats 1. That was huge. Oh my gosh, we took this strange little rough draft that I had written, which was basically just like a Guy Ritchie ripoff, and we made it a better version of a Guy Ritchie ripoff. Writing that had that Irish twang, that Irish soul. And then I had finished Mesa Marathon in February of 2024. Incredible race. Okay, I got a 4:03. That was a huge progression for me. This thing had started brewing. Okay, I need to get down to a 3:30 marathon. I can't tell you the excitement of that. 3:30 marathon. Where's my next marathon? What if I actually put a solid block in? I've been so corrupted by the internet and all these gym bros telling me that I constantly need to put muscle on, that I'm not big enough. All I really wanted to do in that season of my life is just run. So then I said, okay, why deny who I am? I need to run. I'm a runner. I'm a marathoner. At least I was in that season of my life. I am a marathoner. Okay, where do we take it from here? Grandma's Marathon. Oh my gosh, that's one of the premier marathons. I mean, that is one of the fastest, most well-known. There's like 20,000 runners who go to Grandma's Marathon, which is up in Duluth. Duluth is 2 hours north of me. It's an incredible, incredible place. There's like this huge ship in the heart of the city. But since it's such a major marathon, it actually sells out. October, 7 months prior to the actual race. It sells out. It sells out right away. Even now, it's November. I don't know. If I check the website for Grandma's Marathon 2026, I wouldn't be surprised if it would be sold out for a race that would be in like June 21st, 2026. 6-7 months out, already sold out. So that was February at the time. I was like, this race is sold out. What do I do? Turns out, if you pay a little bit of extra money and you join their training group, like this Duluth training group, well, you can still get entry. That's with a lot of things in life. You can actually just pay your way into it. So my marathon fee was like, $240 because I paid for the training group. No problem. I was signed up for Grandma's Marathon. It took place in Minnesota, a part of Minnesota that I'd never been to at the time. Suddenly, this incredible arc was before me. I was going to finally work on a feature film. I don't even know. I hadn't even talked to Peter Hansen, my friend of mine who was my co-star in the film. I hadn't talked to him in like so long. I felt like such a phony. I hadn't been an actor in so long. Reached out to him. He immediately invited me to his like studio space, their rehearsal space. We read through the script. He was in. Oh my gosh, Peter is in? What the hell? This is incredible. The progression begins. Okay, not hitting legs as often, not working out as hard, not trying to like PR. I'm actually just like doing these crazy runs, something I wanted to do. I was waking up, I was taking gels, I was treating myself like a marathoner. I felt like Nick Bear. It was so exciting. It was so incredible. I started, and then finally arose a commitment. I would do a weekly vlog. It was time to resurrect the YouTube channel in a new direction. I would do a weekly vlog, and I would shoot things on the fly. I was exploring St. Paul as part of location scouting with my girlfriend in that season, so I was like, okay, this is great. I'll location scout, and I'll shoot a weekly vlog. And then I'll continue to build out the coaching program that I've been running at that point for 2.5 years. And I would just take it further. I'd take it beyond. Well, what do you know? 4 weeks into it, 5 weeks, 6, 7 weeks into this goal, however long, I stopped the weekly uploads. I missed a week. The edit wasn't good enough. What's the point? I don't feel like I need to write a better script. I changed the strategy. Like a bitch, I changed the strategy. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. 8 weeks into the arc, 8 weeks into the commitment of weekly YouTube videos on the main channel, The strategy was before me. I started talking about it. I started doing the right things. The strategy was before me. So it was like, okay, weekly vlog. Here we go. Weekly vlog. Okay, River Rats 1. Oh my gosh, I haven't acted in so long. How do I even get audio? First handful of shoots, River Rats didn't go well. They didn't go well at all. The audio was fucked. I hadn't done my pre-production. What even is pre-production? I didn't do the work, right? I didn't show up to the work. The only thing that consistently went well in that season of my life is that I just kept getting faster. You know why? Because training is mindless. Some people act like training is a discipline. Training is like the most mindless thing there is. You just get up and, okay, you start running. Who gives a fuck? This is 2 minutes on, 2 miles on, 1 minute off. Bro, shut the fuck up. It's not that hard. You just get out there and run. There's some kind of run. You just do the goddamn run. It's not that big of a deal. You know, these people on the internet act like the run is an act of discipline. No. Working on the business, sticking to the plan, that is the true discipline. The running is just a means to tell the story. I need to tell some kind of story, so I was telling that story in my life. The work of the run was going well, but what about the vlog? What about the weekly vlog in which I was documenting the process of making a feature film? I mean, why was I not putting 5 to 8 hours consistently in the edit? The edit, motherfucker, like the work that was to be done. I hesitated like a squirrel, like a rabbit that's out there in the you see, dude, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Now when I see it on these coaching calls, I have empathy for it. Okay? But I think it's so fucking gay. I'm sorry. I'm a 90s kid, all right? This is just how we used to talk. I think it's so fucking retarded, dude. What the fuck? Constant hesitation. If you hesitate with your plans, I think you're a fucking retard. I have no respect for you. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how this sounds. You see, at this point, I have been 12 motherfucking weeks consistent on Captain Sinbad. And I don't know, 6, 7, 8 weeks on Sinbad Trains. There is no room to be inauthentic. There's no room for it. I don't have time. I don't have time to worry about what these people think. I need to fucking go. Do you realize? It has now been the 3rd week in a row in which I have done a 2,000 meter swim first thing in the morning 3 times a week. Life is always happening, You've got things to do. The fucking videographer cancels on a shoot that was supposed to be on a Monday for a location that we already scouted. Fuck it. You're coordinating with actors. You're changing out logistics. Still, despite all that, I showed up today. I did a 2,000 meter swim. It is there. Oh, is 2,000 meter swim the best? Or maybe I should be doing intervals instead. Somehow the thoughts still show up, but I'm smarter this time. I know not to change the plan. 2,000 meters 3 times a week. That's a full marathon in just swimming by the time Indian Wells comes around. I hear it now externally from other people. My girlfriend was like, Nikhil, is it the best season of life for us to be, do you really need to be doing an Ironman before closing out the year? Maybe you can pick it up fresh with Oceanside. You can start off fresh, the next horizon. Here's what I said. I said, listen, Indian Wells is happening. My only fear about it is maybe the government shutdown might cause flights to be delayed. Only then perhaps it wouldn't happen. But my God, dude, maybe I would take a 30-hour train to get to that race. I don't know. The commitment is the commitment. The plan is the plan. The thing has to be done. Now make your peace with it. That's what I tell the people in my life. I'm like, make your peace with it. Okay, the film is going to, at least part 2 is going to be finished by Christmas. Indian Wells is happening. And I'm uploading weekly on Captain Sinbad and Sinbad Trains. I hate when I'm meta like this, when I'm talking about YouTube inside YouTube, but it needs to be said. Because here's the thing about you, bro. I know you have intentions too. You have all these intentions. And if you're anything like me or how I've been in the past, you are constantly iterating on the... Do you realize if you get in line for an endeavor, any line, no matter how long the line is, eventually you have to get to the front. We saw Luminescence this last weekend. It was a location scout, but it was also an event. It was a light show inside St. Mary's Basilica in Minneapolis. Now, people were trying to get in because the snow has started finally falling in Minnesota. People were wondering which line to go in. Is this line more optimal? This seems like there's less people. People were like line hopping. And in that process, they were actually transitioning onto a longer line. Where it was like ending up creating inefficiency. Because you got to start over at the back of the line of something else. Get to the front of the line. Even if it takes 10 years to get to the front of the line for the thing you want to work on, at least you'll get somewhere. What is 10 years? What is 10 years? For being in line for something. Seriously, I'm 32. I'm 32 right now, okay? 10 years is me 42. You know what 42 is? It's like younger than Pedro Pascal is right now. 42 means I still have a decade-long career where I'm still like a young man. You know, young in like the James Bond sense. I mean, I'm not like a teenager anymore, but 40 can be a young man if you play it right. So get in line. What the hell, dude? Get in line. Don't line hop. What, you're going to put in 2 years and then line hop to something else and then go in the back of the line of something else? Stick to the plan. An imperfect plan, violently executed, is superior than anything anyone ever says. There's no need for anything else. It will work. You know, everything works. Everything works if you commit hard enough. You have to embody the space of completion. I guess that's all there is to say this week. I'm sorry for the aggression. It was much needed. Stick to the plan and watch your thing grow. We'll catch you next time.